Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCSG81 and today I'm very excited to be doing a review for this SH Figuart Super Saiyan Son Gohan, the fighter who surpassed Goku. Okay, first of all, I would like to apologize because as you can hear, I might sound different because I'm having a bad cold. Yeah, I'm also coughing, so yeah, so this is my sexy voice right now. But nevertheless, I'm still very excited to unbox this guy, which is why I'm doing this review even though I'm not feeling that well. Yep, so let's take a look at the box. Okay, so we are all very familiar with this box design from the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line because they always do the same. But it has proven that it can withstand the time. Yeah, so all this while they've been doing the same. So it's what the fans like us wanted. It's also very nice. You can see how they choose the pictures right over here. And the best thing is, of course, you can see the what you're getting inside the box, and also you can make sure that you got the same amount of hands, nothing is missing, the heads and the looks are actually printed properly and things like that. And at this side of the box you can see more pictures of the Gohan, and as usual at this side it's just wording which is rather hard to read. And the back is always my favorite. You can see all the different poses of this Gohan. Very nice. So let's break him out. Okay, so let's check out the accessory that he comes with. I will start off with the hand as always. So he just comes with a pair of closed fist hands that's already on the figure, a pair of grabbing hands, a pair of open palms hands, a pair of fighting stance hands, and lastly a pair of karate chops hands. So besides these very serious looking faceplates, he just comes with 4 more interchangeable faceplates. The first fish is this one here that is looking like a expressionless, an angry grinning teeth faceplates, this injured faceplate which is also from the very iconic moment before he became the Super Saiyan 2, and lastly another open mouth screaming faceplate, and this also comes with interchangeable heads with the hair flowing. Yeah, this is very nice. So a quick comparisons on the heads, you can see that it's rather different there. And of course the best selling point for this figure is this Piccolo cape. Of course it's for him, and this is like a partial cloth, partial rubber. Very creative of them doing so. Yeah, I really like that they think of this instead of using the whole thing as a plastic, which is rather rigid, you can't do anything about it. This is nice, at least you can actually post the cape flying. Yeah, this is just awesome. So as you can see, this Son Gohan doesn't come with much, but I'm glad that they give an additional heads. Next we'll move on to the articulation. I'll start with the head as always, so you can look to the right, looks to the left, looking up slightly, looking down, yes, it's even better. Okay, so he does have a separate neck, so it's rather flexible here. As for his arm, he can go 360 degree, no issues there. Be very careful because this shoulder piece is a separate piece by itself. You can actually move it around a little bit. Is there a butterfly joint? I believe so, yes. Pretty big movement. And his arm can go, let's see. Wow, this is rather good, more than 90 degrees there. And there's a cut on the bicep, so you have a bicep swivels, a double joint elbow, which is rather good as you can see. And then for his hand, you can turn around going up and down, yeah, slightly there. And for his torso, there is just a point of articulation which is at the waist, so you can turn it side to side going all over as well. So let's see how well he can bend forward. Not much. Okay, bending backwards is slightly better, but you will have a huge gap there. Okay, so for his leg, no pull down mechanism and no cuts on the tights, but you can still do some swivels over there. And let's see how well you can kick forward as well. I believe is, wow, okay, look at that, my goodness, this is rather good. You can do this because this piece here is actually a soft rubber. Yeah, so you can actually go all over that. You can see that this is a rather good one. Okay, and going backwards, not as much, but it's pretty good as well. And let's see, there is a double joint knee. Okay, pretty good. Okay, his leg, of course, you can turn around, shivers as well, going up and down, just a slight movement. And of course, he does come with a toe hinge. Okay, so let's see how well this Gohan can do a split, which oh, okay, there are slight pull down mechanism, not much, just a slight bits, so you can avoid the rubber when you do a split. Let's see. Oh my goodness, take a look at that. He can do a perfect split. This is rather mind-blowing. Oh, never thought that he can do that. So wow, I must say that this Gohan, even though he's tiny, but he does packs with quite a great articulations there. So next, I'm putting the capes on just to show how it affects the articulation. So for the head, it's rather rigid once you put it on, because this soft rubber here is rather tight on his neck. You can see that. Okay, so he still can look around. Going up, maybe not. Yeah, just slightly. Going down is definitely being hindered. And his hand as well, of course, you can't really do a upper punch because of this rubber here hindering it. So yeah, it's pretty much hindered. But I would like to show you the bendy wires, which is all over the cape. Yeah, as you can see, looks pretty good. And of course, I can feel that it's a rather hard one, which is good because this can hold my poses very well. Okay, as you can see, yes, so this is a rather good bendy wire that is being chosen for his cape. I love that. Do click on the likes button if you enjoy this review. Thank you. Okay, so let's move on with some size comparison. I will start off with the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line. Of course, I will have his father Goku, as well as his another father Piccolo, the proud Namekian versions. And of course, I also compare with Trunks, okay, and also his father Vegeta. And next, I'll compare with someone of his size, which is his best friend Krillin, as well as Bulma. Next, I'd like to compare with some bad guys. So we have Android 19 and Android 20. And how can we not compare him with Cell? Okay, this is the first form Imperfect Cell, and also the Perfect Cell. I seriously think that we needed a 2.0 of this guy here. And lastly, of course, I'll compare with himself. I have this Ultimate Gohan, the adult versions of him, as well as this Dragon Ball Superhero Son Gohan. And of course, I need to compare with his kid versions, which I have this Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Yeah, this is a great piece here. Rather old piece as well. And since we didn't get any base form Gohan, I decided to take the matters in my own hand. I actually repainted this very old Son Gohans with the base form hair, and you can see that I actually make a pretty bad job about it. Yeah, I kind of ruined the whole thing. I even repainted his clothes to be more accurate to the comic, which by repainting the this waist into blue. Okay, initially it was red if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so I kind of like repaint this whole figure, and I did a very bad job. So Bandai did give us some base form head of Gohan, which is this one here. Okay, the very scary Gohan, and also in this Saiyan armor, but never in this hair. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the overall figure. And once again, there is no shadings on the figure whatsoever, which is kind of disappointing. And also, I kind of feel that the skin tone is also getting more pale with each of the releases. Yeah, I think sooner or later they'll just make him white. Yeah, even though it's an anime characters, but they still need to give them a proper skin tone. Yeah, it just looks very pale for me. And the purple is nice, I would say that, but with some shading, it makes it even better. And yeah, and for the blue, yeah, still pretty good. And somehow I just feel that this blue and here is slightly different. Okay, for his shoe, I think it's still fine. And let's move on to the head. And yeah, there is some saving grace because there are some shadings on the hair, very little. And somehow I'm not a big fan of this yellow. Yeah, I kind of prefer this yellow here, which is of course a lot more shading. As you can see, it really brings out the best of the figure. Or even with this very shiny looking hair, yeah, I kind of like that. But this one, somehow it just feels a little bit dull. The big improvement of course is on the face sculpt itself. As you can see, the expression is really been improved. I think it looks great here. And even for this expressionless face, it looks kind of good. And even this angry grinning teeth face sculpt has been improved. And this face sculpt is the different one, which is whereby the iconic scenes, and you can see that it looks kind of good, but it's kind of hard to see his mouth there. And here's how it looks like with the other interchangeable head with the flowing hair, and it does looks very nice. I always like flowing hair on my Dragon Ball figures. This is just pure awesome. You can switch all the different faceplate that you seen just now onto this head as well. And yes, I will say that it still looks pretty good even with the expressionless face with this hair. Even with this angry faceplate with this hair, it's looking awesome. With the capes on, you can see that it looks really good with this flowing hair together with the flowing cape. Looks like there's a wind blowing there. Very awesome. Okay, some of my close friends actually tell me that I'm wasting my money on getting this figure because well, it's just another reissue, maybe slight improvement on the figure. Yes, this is the three things that you're looking at, which is an improvement of this figure. The first one, of course, is the flowing head. Yeah, the additional one, this is something new. Second one is this face again, is something new. And third, of course, is the cape. So this is basically all you're getting. I wouldn't say that it's a waste of money, because this is kind of like a redemption for myself to get this, because I kind of ruined this old figure here. So I wanted to get this something like to tell myself that what a big mess that I have made on this figure. So in a way, this figure is a must-have for me. Once again, yeah, it is an improvement after all. Again, if you are not a big fan of a Kid Gohan, I think this figure is an easy pass. But if you are a big fan of the Dragon Ball Z, especially the Androids saga, especially fighting the Cell and the first time that he became the Super Saiyan 2, then yes, this figure I would deeply feel that it is a must-have and highly recommended. So once again, I hope that you enjoy my review, and I certainly hope that it helps you to decide if you need to get this Gohan. And I'll catch you guys again in my next video. I hope you'll watch this video right over here.